This video segment is on making a map. So let's go to the search of the map viewer, and you can see the different types of locations where maps are made. So let's search for all three types. You have the fire, the activity, and the recordless map. Now, a recordless map does not have a fire activity record associated with it, but you can use it to make maps and not have a record. So let's search for this date range and click next, and it zooms in on the areas where the points are for the locations of the maps. So this one is for fire, the red. This green one is for recordless map, and the blue is for an activity. So I'm going to click on the blue, and you can see the information for it so you know which one it is. So now you click next, and it zooms in to the area that your map would be. Now there's none here, so we'll draw one. But before I do that, I want to show you the ID function. So I'm going to go down here to the layers and click on ownership, and it'll display the green ownership boundaries. So I'm going to click on this, and it's automatically set to ID the area I'm click on. So it lists the information for all these layers. So I'm going to scroll down to the ownership, and you can see that it's the city of Little Rock. So that's how the ID function works. I'm going to turn this layer off and go back up to map details. Now you probably made this record yourself, or would have made this record yourself and made a location that you were going to draw a map later, or the stewardship program coordinator might have made this and for a management plan when they initiated it, and then in that case they would notify you by email. So let's draw a polygon here. I'm going to click polygon, and then you click to expand the edit window, and then you start clicking, and everywhere you click it makes a vertice. Now you can't see the mouse pointer, but you can see the halo where the mouse pointer is. So I've created my boundary, and I'm going to press save, and that makes the boundary for the map. Now it's telling you to symbolize this, so let's do that. We'll click on symbolize and go over here and choose a symbol, and we'll choose open, and then I'm going to call this boundary. And click on update. And now you can see the symbol has changed colors according, the thumbnail has changed colors according to this symbol. So if you wanted to get rid of this entirely, you could click on this and delete the feature and start over again. But I'm going to close this out, and you can see the shape. So let's go in here and make a map. So I'm going to click on map, and you have different zoom levels and different file formats that you can make. So I'm going to choose a PDF and zoom out once. And you wait a little bit and it'll make a map. And I'm going to use the PDF zoom controls to zoom out. And you can see that it calculates the acreage at the bottom there where it says open. That's 36 acres. It makes a title up here by default, and I'll show you how to change that in a minute. And then it gives the acres that are in the record. So that's how you would make a map. So let's go back out and edit these. And so to edit the title, I'm going to click this and then type new title. Whoop. And then we can go down here to the record by clicking on this edit this record, and then go down to the details, and then you would change this to say 38, and then click save, and that would change the record. Now you click on close tab and you're back at the map view. So I'm going to change the shape now. I've changed the record and I've changed the title. So let's change the shape. So let's go to symbolize and click on this edit geometry and expand the edit window. And now if I if I hover over this and left click and drag, it changes the shape by moving that vertex. Now you can delete that vertex that you just moved, or you can delete what you did by clicking on this. And so let's move that vertex again. Alright, so now you click save. And let's close this out. And you can see how the shape has changed here. So let's draw the map again. And we'll go to export. And we'll choose zoom out once for PDF. And it makes the map, and I'm going to use the PDF tools to zoom out again so we can see the whole map. And now you can see that the title has been changed, and we changed the number of acres in the record, and then the calculated acres is shown down at the bottom by the open, and you can see the change in the shape. So that would be how you make changes to your map. So let's exit out of this. And now I want to show you how to make a recordless map. So let's go back to where we can create a recordless map, and we'll get over the center of the area that we want to create the map. Alright, and you press create recordless map, and you're already over the center, so you press next and you say yes. And it makes the location for the recordless map. Now let's draw the polygon for this area. So let's go down here and draw a polygon, and it brings up the edit window, and I start clicking, and this is over Pinnacle Mountain. So I finish my polygon and I press save. And now I could symbolize this, but for this example I'm not going to. I'm going to show you how to make an activity record associated with it. So you click on Convert to an Activity Report, and it brings up a record that you could fill in, an activity record. So then once you're finished with that, you press Save, and it would create a record associated with that shape that we were just at for the recordless file. So now it would no longer be a recordless file. So that concludes this video.